Hey guys, this is Amy with Sephora Pro, Sephora's professional makeup artist routine. And I've been reading comments below on how to address and do makeup for an aging eye. So I have a couple tips and tricks that are really just my own personal tips and tricks that I've accumulated from being a professional makeup artist for 20 years that I want to deliver just to you. So one of my first tips is to use matte eyeshadows, like these particular shadows from Kat Von D. So this is the Shade and Light Eye Palette in Rust. And I really actually enjoy these colors to add a little bit of warmth to the eye. First thing I would recommend is to use like a medium color, like this rust color, with a fluffy brush. This is the Sephora Pro blending crease brush, number 10. So anything that's soft and fluffy and like pliable is definitely gonna be great for an aging eye with texture because it's not gonna move the skin around so much. So what I would recommend is very gently using your color, tap off the excess. And then what I'm gonna show you is just tap it on. Now I have a little bit of makeup on, but I just want to show you, it's very similar colors. I've been using this palette today. So you go all over the lid and then very gently, so press, 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 and then very gently bring it up towards the crease. So this is, or towards the contour. So this is your contour up here when your eyes are open. You want to still be able to see that color. So that is the whole point. So I'm just going to tap it off again. Tap, 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 and then start blending it up. So this is your medium color, and this is with a matte. So it just adds a bit of warmth and dimension to your already existing eye look. If you want to add lift, which who doesn't want to add lift, but if you wanted to, I would take like a nice, just basic regular eyeshadow. This one is the Pro Shadow number 14, just a basic eyeshadow brush. In a deeper color, just like the side tip of the brush, just like that. And then what you want to do is flip your brush upward and just do tiny little taps on the outer corner. See that? And when I look straight ahead, it's going to add some lift. And then blend it out. I got a little fallout. That's okay. I look like I have freckles. That's great. I love freckles. Okay. So you tap off the excess and then you keep placing it, and you can keep adding a little bit of color if you want to. And you see I'm very, very gently, hardly even touching my eye, and you can see already I'm starting to get a little bit of lift. So that's just on the outer corner. And you're basically using up like a whole third. I'm not going to blend it just yet. You're going to use up like a whole third of your eye. And keeping those shadows matte is basically going to make sure that the texture isn't showing. And just really soft. I mean, honestly. And when you look straight ahead, it starts to look like you have a contour going on, which is really cool. I just want to make sure that they're both even. They are. Nice. If you want to use shimmer, which a lot of us do, but we don't really want to put it all over our lids because sometimes shimmers can show texture and accentuate it. So we're going to use a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to use that same number 14 brush, eyeshadow brush. And this is called Yellow Ivory from Makeup Forever, an artist shadow from Makeup Forever Yellow Ivory. And I'm just going to use the side of the brush. So you just want to add shimmer right on the inside corner, and then maybe right on under the arch of the brow, because this is going to help to add a little bit of brightness and really open the eye up. So, you know, you can still enjoy your shimmers. You can still add a little bit of fun to your day, a little disco to your eye. There you go. So that's part of a couple different things. You know, if you want to use eyeliner, just do a really, really, really thin line just to add definition. And if you do a thin line, do it on the upper lash, do a thin line. And on the bottom, in the lower lash line, do a thin line. And then what I could also recommend is to take like a brown shadow just on the tip of an eyeshadow brush. And then possibly like how I have here, I'll just go over it, do a nice soft line underneath, and have like a really thin, sharp line on the lash line just to make sure that your eyes look defined and that your lash line looks thicker. Your number one best friend, though, are your eyebrows. So doing your eyebrows are basically going to change your entire eye shape and add lift and make it appear more youthful. So I'd say one thing that I can say is as we age, our eyebrows start thinning out on the outer edge. So I actually use a pomade. Now this is from Anastasia. This is called the Dip Brow. And I use ebony because my hair is pretty dark, so I can get away with it. But they have all different kinds of colors, and there's so many different brands too that have brow pomades, so you can find one just for you. So I just take my brow brush and I just dip it right in there, and then I smooth out the sides so I have a nice thin point. And that's when I just kind of draw little hairs. And what's so great about a pomade is that it is waterproof. So that's always great too. So it'll stay on a long time. But that's pretty much it as far as that goes. So thank you for commenting below. Thank you for subscribing and let us know what you need. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because then that way you can get alerts on what kind of videos that we're doing, and we get to actually read the comments and make content videos just for you based on your questions and your needs. So, comment below, let us know what you liked. Let us know if you have any more questions. I know there's got to be a couple out there. And if anything, stop into your local Sephora store for a free educational experience with one of our beauty experts. I'll see you next time.